Okay, so we have a first image. You see we have 4 circles, and in the first image it's a boy sitting on the ground by his house. And the story is the bull transcended. And I think what's happening in this story is that the boy identifies with the bull, because the bull is a very familiar sign, and probably the bull is a sign of strength, and he wants to be the bull. The story says the boy is alone. He no longer sees the bull as separate from himself and recognizes the bull as a symbol that he no longer needs. He is now whole and at peace. So at first he's identifying, but then he releases from, and maybe he's taking some of the bull with him, I don't know. But in the second circle, it's empty, you see, and it says, both the bull and the self are transcended. So at first he was identifying with the bull, then he let go of the bull and just became himself. But in the second one, he's even letting go of himself. And so it says both the boy and the bull have vanished, and not even the concept of holiness remains. In this empty state, the fullness of life can be experienced. So there's this is an empty circle, but it's also a circle into which new things can come. And actually, although this would be too much, some of what we did in the Lao Tzu is also happening in this story, but that would be trying to do too many things at once. Anyway, the third circle is reaching the source. And so the boy is no longer in the bull or in himself, and so now his mind is free, and we see this beautiful scene of rivers and trees and birds, and so the text says, the boy remains in the immovable mind. He perceives the world as it is, in a constant flux. Rivers flow, birds fly, trees blossom, but he himself is beyond change. So this image, which we have in many myths, of seeing the flow of the river, just standing by the river or the birds or whatever, and that's the flow, and we are still. But each one of these you could think would be a good place to stop, but the story takes you further. So that seemed like a good place to stop. But in the next, we actually come back into the world. So this was almost a paradise, but we're now back in the world in the fourth circle. And in the world, it says the boy returns to the world, but now he's returning to the world different. The boy returns to the world as a free man who has transcended duality. He does everything with the whole of himself because he has nothing to gain or to lose. He manifests the bodhisattva ideal and forgoes liberation to help others. I can say that, but I think I need to explore that with all of you, because I haven't reached that stage, so I can only do so much. Thank you.
Just a minute.